This is a story for those who wish that they could truly read between the lines of the book they were reading and see the world of the story through the eyes of the author. For those who wish that they could make nonfiction from fiction. For those who wish that dreams were true. This is a story of a group of wayward friends who came together from the far reaches of two worlds to come together and to help make dreams reality. This is Hazeltown Story. Hello and welcome to Hazeltown Story episode 10. This will be the last episode of this arc. So just a reminder that this is the ending of this arc, so it's probably not the best spot to hop in on for this arc. And for, I guess, any future arc, you're going to want to start at episode 1 of that arc. But nonetheless, we have Carnival playing Elmis Graner. We have Deathmaster 780 playing Nelos Masters. And we have TorpidTypist playing Iravia. So last time we left off, the crew has essentially come to the door of the last person in this layer, or that has occupied this layer, and it looks like a shootout is about to occur, and that is where we're going to be leaving off. But before we actually start, I do want to point out, or maybe not point out, but I do want to kind of reflect a little bit, since this is the end of my first little arc, that just my thoughts on it is I really liked the arc. This was fun to set up. Also being able to have a map that I was able to build was very helpful. And the one thing that I would note is that I think I need to work on beginning and ending of campaigns, which I know is it's difficult for a lot of people, but yeah, me especially. But it was good to have a arc under my belt. So if that's really the only thing that I have to mention. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get this episode
I'm
rolling.
just gonna kick down the fucking door.
Okay.
Knock knock, bitch.
Let me think of how that needs to handle. Also let me check something.
I appreciate Lolo getting caught off guard by my incredible brute force methods.
I just gotta think about how to handle that. So let's say, so you kick down the door. He basically, um, I guess that, you know what? So are you gonna kick down the door? Are you gonna try and rush him, or are you just kicking down the door?
I'm gonna kick down the door and hurl the chair at him.
Okay. Um, so let me think how this is. So I take it you're two-handed chucking the chair, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're good then. So okay, you kick down the.
I warned you about the torpedo method. I warned you, bro.
I'm just trying to think mechanically how is this gonna work. Um, roll cool for me.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
At well, no, you know what? Just
Would that be cool or coordination?
well, no, it'd be because cool is technically because the thing is you use cool if you were trying to spring a trap on someone, but you're not springing a trap. You're just kicking down
No!
the door in the process.
Yelling knock knock, bitch. It's not really a trap.
Like, I would honestly just.
You know what? Just roll. Make a heavy or ranged heavy check. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just gonna give you the door. I'm gonna give you the door as a gimme.
So average roll,
Yeah.
like normal difficulty, I should say.
Yeah, let's just say in the thing, it basically the door kind of got like it got like the door handle got shot in the process, so the door is basically unlocked at this point. So you kicking it is basically you just opening the door with your foot.
To be fair, yeah, okay.
Uh, oh wait, hold on. So ranged heavy, that would be so that would actually be since it's short range, that would actually be that'd be an easy check.
Oh, okay. How did you get up on top? Get down. Okay, good to go.
Yes.
with this dumb bullshit.
It was inevitable.
Okay. So the problem is I don't know what is the damage for a chair? Like,
Say like 1.
well, it's in here. There is a thing
I
that's
said it was 2+ previously.
it's
in the
two.
previous
So
one.
here's the thing. It's like it's two-handed is for if you are using as a melee weapon. For ranged, it's different.
I love this. I love making Lolo work.
Okay, I'm not going to look at the book. I'm going to look or the physical book. I'm going to look at the digital one. Where's Genesis? Genesis core rules 2, or actually no. Advised.
Just
Okay, let's see.
6-foot tall cow woman busts down your door and hurls a chair at you. What do you do?
So, it just lists +2. So, you know what? We're gonna call that it's just you're the same way we're just gonna do melee. So you're gonna do 6 damage plus with pierce 1. Except that technically you don't get the piercing because it's a that's a range check. So you are going to do 6 damage with that. But what is his soak? 3. So he takes 3 damage. So you hit him, but it does like you hit him, but it like he kind of sort of shrugs it off. Um, but yeah, you definitely hit him. And that is essentially your turn. So everyone roll initiative.
I mean, I'm me too, considering I'm still down there.
So
No.
you don't.
Yeah, okay. I was just wondering because it's like I'm still down and I'm probably ducking for cover now that I heard the gunfire go off, but I'm nowhere near close to it.
So
It's a
once again,
floor above you. You're fine.
what do I
So
roll again?
you're gonna roll vigilance.
Okay.
Well, actually, you're gonna roll. You roll cool.
Why
Nope.
do you hate
Start.
me?
Actually, yeah, technically cool.
Why do you hate me? What have I done to wrong you?
I got 1 success with 1 advantage. You're the one who wanted to go through the chair.
I got a success.
Okay.
To be fair, it was fucking worth it.
Okay. So give me your things again.
1 success with 1 advantage.
1 success.
Okay, and I got 1 advantage. Now it's time to roll this guy's thing. So he has to roll. He just also has to roll 2. Roll and success 3 advantage. So he is going to go first. So, okay. So with that, he takes that and then he basically, since he's kind of was caught off guard, he is going to take. Um, let's see. He will sort of kind of. Oh, let's see. He is going to roll. Let's see. He is going to. He is going to.
Focus fire.
Mm, he is going to rush up and try and kind of butt like kind of um rifle butt Iravia.
That's
So
dumb of him.
so
Better
he
men than him have tried.
let's see, he is going to let's see, that would be so
Do my dice just keep multiplying?
Everyone keeps throwing their
possibly.
stuff in your pile.
And let's see, you have 1 range or melee defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Defense.
And
That is
4
going to be what was that?
Yeah, one melee defense.
Okay. So actually I forgot to incorporate that into your thing. So he successfully basically butts you with his rifle. That is going to be uh +1 to that. So that was 3 successes. So that is going to be +1, 6 damage.
That's okay.
So well, let's see, 6. Your silk is 4, so you take 2 damage.
Yep.
Net.
It lagged when I clicked, so it went up to 3.
Okay. So yeah, he kind of rushed up to you and so now you two are basically right next to each other. And that will be
In the
his
door.
turn. They are in the doorway essentially. So next up, I believe that is Death.
Yes. So what would I? So we're in the doorway.
So they're like kind of not quite in the doorway, but they're like a little bit forward. So you could, if you want to rush in, you probably could.
Okay. What's what I need to roll if I want to grab him and throw him over the side of the railing?
Let me think.
I mean, wouldn't that first one just be a brawl?
It would be a brawl, but I think that's a talent that you have to have in order to be able to do that. Like
Really?
there is a grapple talent.
Talents are grapples? That's
Well, there is a grapple talent. I so I believe what I could do um is you could technically call a shot, which I believe when you do that, you basically do half damage, but you essentially force them to do something.
Okay.
So basically you would have to alternatively you could just do a normal check, but you'd have to roll 3 advantage. And that is also something that I can do.
So what are my options for this again?
So likelihood, you would probably just want to do is just do a brawl check.
All right.
Um,
I'm gonna.
so you need to. So that is actually going to be a 3 difficulty with a setback die.
Okay.
Oh, that's the wrong die. Black die, not a.
Oh.
Yeah, especially with that. That was a you just rolled a despair.
Behold the sad die.
Setsubo.
All right.
Oh,
Apparently
one
it's one.
success. So you managed to hit him. But you just managed to. So basically, you kind of rush up and smack him kind of closer. Like you kind of do a pincer thing and just kind of punch him kind of towards the window. But you just managed to hit him. So your damage is going to be 3 plus 1 plus 2. Unless you don't have. Yeah, that wouldn't do anything. Um, so yeah, you would do 7 damage, I believe, with that. Which that becomes 4 damage. So you deck him pretty good.
All right.
So I guess that is now uh Torpo's turn.
Okay, so where is he relative to me?
He is essentially he is right in front of you.
Okay. Then I mean, I guess all I have are these fancy fists of mine.
So do you want to do a two-hander?
Yep.
So I am going to. So the thing with this level of enemy, or this type of enemy, is that they have a thing called adversary, which just automatically gives you it's automatically 1 difficulty harder.
Okay.
Just to warn you. So you essentially, I believe it would be a 4 difficulty check.
Yeah, I'm checking something really quick. Just trying to figure out what fucking where it is in here because the colors and sorting is weird.
What are you looking for? Oh, right, dual wield. You have dual wielder, so it wouldn't
Yeah.
matter. Okay, so never mind. Actually, so it'd just be an additional.
Okay.
So it would be a 3 check.
Okay, so that's my brawl check and then the 3. All right.
Yep. And
Cool.
you would not gain anything from like bolt rush or anything because you do not.
Because I'm right in range. Yeah.
Actually, since you are not rushing to him, you do have a maneuver that you can do. So
Mm-hmm.
one things you could do are, for example, you can aim, which basically, uh, you can just kind of focus your attack. And don't you have a couple other maneuvers?
Yeah, dual wielder.
I'll do. Oh, never mind. So, never mind.
Yeah.
You're just gonna. Yep. It's just a 3 check.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a reminder that you can use story point to upgrade if you want.
You just keep wanting me to use them, so you can use them. I think this will be. Fuck me, really?
Okay, so
Have all these advantages though. Oh boy.
Um, so actually,
Sure, wait. How does two-weapon combat work again?
basically you have to succeed
Okay.
because if you got a success with that, you would have gotten a second hit. So it's not all bad. Um,
Should have taken up your offer.
so what's gonna happen is you try and like you kind of do a 1-2 kind of punch, but it kind of misses. So the thing is that he backs up a little bit. So he uh is now like he kind of has ducked away. The thing about that is that um he kind of disengages from both of you. So he is on the other side of the thing.
Hmm.
But the thing is, with him trying to punch, he kind of let his gun kind of drop because it was on a sling. So he's now just got his fist up and is like ready to fight. Um, so with that, that means that I believe that is now Lila's turn.
Yes.
Uh, which is good for her because she is going to use that fancy gun of hers, which is good because if she tried to fire that when Ben was engaged with you, that would have meant that if she screwed up royally, she could have shot you.
It's fine. Then I would have just beat her up.
Um, okay, so that is going to be she is going to aim and then she is going to attack. So that is going to give her a set or a boost die, which is essentially going to knock back one of his defense. So that is going to be a short range, which is one, which I believe it's her ranged is just two. So there with one setback down. And let's see. Net failure of one advantage. So she tries to she basically takes a shot and basically misses. Uh, but with that, she um basically let's see the
God, we suck.
She goes what? She ends up hitting the gun and just destroying it. How about that?
I'll say that's a triumph.
Ah, okay.
Um,
Also, the
but
gun's on the ground at the moment.
so
No, it's on
basically,
a sling, but
yeah,
Oh,
basically, then what's going to happen is, uh, sh- or like basically, she takes a shot. The thing is that he is now, um, she weighs it, but which so, uh, kind of, he kind of like goes weird. Like he basically gets a little startled, which means that the next person that's going to move, which I believe that is, or the next ally, which I believe that will be Death, you will have a bonus or bonus boost die
okay.
see
to
how
your
it
next
is.
check. Um, so with that, that is it for her turn. Uh, then next up is Ben. Ben is basically going to um, he is going to um, he is going to um, let's do something fun. Uh, he is actually going to cast magic. And let's see, what fun. He is going to, okay, okay, do me a favor. Let's see, do me a favor. Where are you located? Okay, Torpo, call heads or tails.
Torpid just left.
Oh,
Heads.
oh, heads. Let's see. Okay, so basically what happened, is he looks at you, Nelos, and then basically, um, he basically just kind of looks at you, and then kind of gets um, raises his hand and basically like kind of looks at you and just kind of makes a hand gesture. And let's see, what there? Oops, that's okay. As I just kind of clean up some of the die. Okay, so 5 success, 3 threat. So he looks at you, Nelos, and you start to feel off.
Like how?
Like you start to feel notably weaker. Um, basically can tell that basically you start to feel a lot more lethargic. And then basically once he does that, he kind of sets his dukes up and basically is like, okay, now try hitting me again. And then that's his turn. So it's now your turn, Nose.
Okay, what does that mean?
He got a curse spell off, which means that you now remove a green from all of your skill checks for the next turn.
Okay, well, tough shit for him. That's what my brawl has. No green.
Well, it's one. You lose essentially one.
So if it gets downgraded to a green, then
Yeah, actually, I think it would be downgraded to a green.
All right. I'm gonna oblige him, punch him.
Okay.
and
That's
remember you
how
got
many-
the boost die from earlier.
I know.
Yep.
I got it. How many purples?
That would be 3. Okay, 1 success, 2 threat. So you hit him, and you do. Let's see, that was 6, I think, because it's 3 brawl, 2 for your gloves, and then 1 for the thing. So that should be 6. He has soak of 3, so that would be an additional 3 damage. So you can tell he's getting pretty hurt. And with that,
Yes.
that
No.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
no. Just looks at him after she punches him and said, "Is that spell supposed to do something?"
All right, now time for Torpo.
Okay. So do I need to move to get within range of him?
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. So yeah, I think you got a pretty good idea of what I'm gonna do. So it's an extra 2 successes and 2 threat, right?
Yes.
Okay. And on top of that, my usual stuff.
Also, technically, there would be a different, a thing for the um adversary thing, but since he rolled 2 threat, I'm just going to give that to you.
Does it really? Listen, I'm checking this to make sure. Oh, it's an incidental, so I can still use maneuvers.
Well, you maneuver to get close to him.
Okay. See, I wasn't sure if there was a difference, but okay. Yeah. Brawl. Okay. I just want to make sure of everything. So that's. Did I just lose all of my fucking purple dice?
Maybe.
God, stop fucking with my dice! Y'all are fucking killing me.
It's fine. We have unlimited dice.
You know what? Just for that, I'm fucking getting rid of the screen. Putting this in. Flipping you over. Fuck all of you. Okay. I love the lag. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, so it's technically
Roll again.
what?
Roll again.
Did it break?
Just roll again.
What the fuck is happening?
Wow.
What?
Can I just go with my Okay, so let me check something.
I gave you a gimme.
No. No, see, there's an issue here.
Oh, I see.
So I did succeed on my
Okay.
first roll.
Okay, you succeeded. So what was that? 1 threat, 1 failure, 1. Yeah, you would have, because it doesn't count for the succeed. So actually, you would have gotten like what, 3 succeed?
Yeah.
3 succeed.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. Um.
Yeah, it wasn't zeroing out.
So yeah, since you just decked him. Oh god, what would that have given you? Because you wouldn't have gotten the advantage though. So I think you had a lot of threat.
Yeah, so regardless, it would have been 3 successes, then 3 brawl, and then +2 from the gloves.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother counting. You basically just rush up and you just basically
Casually Masatsu, the fucking magician.
you basically lariat his ass and you basically knock him like he's done.
Raging demon, the fucker.
So yeah, he is out.
I'm just gonna get up and spit on his body.
All right.
Fuck wizards.
So with that, you are now in his office. There is a desk that is remaining.
I'm breaking that desk the fuck open.
Lyla's just gonna hold on. It's like, before we break it, let's check to see what he has.
Oh, okay.
Nelos will look on the computer.
I'm just gonna shake down the wizard then.
Okay. So are you literally gonna pick him up and shake him?
Yes.
Okay. You do that. Roll. Just for funsies, give me a brawl check.
Average check.
That is a simple check.
Oh, okay. That's even better. So actually, simple means one.
Just
or
give it
nothing?
none.
Okay. Sorry, some of the wording's a bit awkward.
It is weird, but yeah. Okay, so you pick him up and shake him, and a notebook falls out of one of his pockets. You basically you pick it up, and inside this or on this notepad or in this notebook, you find basically a bunch of listings, and essentially it's basically locations of where they have found these layers in this region, and where the likelihood of the next target is going to be. So you just kind of flip through it, and then yeah, you basically now have a listing of where they want to hit next.
My crimes.txt right here in my hands.
Pretty much.
So I guess at this point, Elmis finally comes up the stairs.
Yep.
So, you guys okay?
I found a book full of random garbage.
Okay, so basically there is a phone on that desk, and you hear it start to ring.
I'm gonna immediately fucking grab it and answer.
So will Nelos.
Okay, so okay, okay, Nelos and Iravia, where's my 10 D10? Okay, each of you pick a die. Who's going to answer the phone?
I'll take this one. I roll a 5.
Okay. Use this die, I guess.
I guess you got there
That's-
first.
Okay, so
Fine.
Nelos gets the phone. She picks it up, and on the other end of the line is Henry Laurel, the guy from the basically the guy from the library. He's like, okay, let me check. Did Iravia just pick up a notebook?
Yes.
Do me a favor and read through that.
But she's busy playing with it at the moment.
Actually, if she's looking at it, that would be fine. So we actually have. It looks like we have everything we need. I guess it's time to wake up. And then all of you,
So, not doing the phone conversation then?
well, that is the phone conversation.
Oh.
A one-sided conversation is still a conversation.
So basically, the world starts to, for all of you, the world starts to kind of like it starts to, you all start to get a little sleepy, and then you all start to kind of essentially, the world starts to go to black. And then the next thing you know, when you all wake your eyes, you're all back in the library.
Okay, how much time
Nelos will
has
immediately check her watch.
Because how much time has passed?
Yeah.
About 15 minutes.
Sure didn't fucking feel like 15 minutes.
So yeah, you all wake up, you are back in the library where you kind of basically you were all sitting in that chair again like this thing originally started. And basically you all are start to be a little bit groggy. But then you see uh, kind of looking over all of you. Lomi just you see Lomi, and he's just been kind of eyeing you. He's like, "Well, looks like they're starting to actually get awake. You all feeling all right?"
Can any of you talk to sylphs?
What?
She can
Huh?
apparently talk to Sylphs. Apparently, can talk to her.
Uh, so basically, you see your dear hear Henry in the back. He's like, "Yeah, that's we'll that's fine for now. We can talk about that later." Um,
I'm not the weird one.
so what'd you think?
It went well, I guess.
Bunch of fucking pervert wizards. We're British.
You then hear Theron kind of pipe up, who has also just been sitting there like, "Yeah, that's kind of interesting." Um, and then with that, you hear Radio, who's kind of been sitting at a computer. She says, "Okay, I think I've stopped it. I think we should be good." Um, you then see her kind of uh, the computer that she's been kind of sitting next to. She kind of steps up and walks up to a attachment that she has next to it, which has three kind of cartridge looking things plugged into it. And she kind of takes out all three cartridges, and then um, she puts one in a box, and then she kind of holds up one of them and says, "Okay, should we test this out?"
Sure.
Um,
What?
so basically, it's like, okay, if you want to see what you just did, come follow. Like, uh, let's all go. I'll bring the TV over, and we can see. So she essentially then goes and brings in, kind of rolls in uh, a one of those like TV on a cart things, uh, and kind of plugged into the TV. Um, she like puts the cartridge in and kind of like plugs it all in. She kind of plugs in the cartridge into a box that is attached to the TV, and turns the TV on. Um, and then she like has like gets kind of the remote for it, like a remote for it, turns it on, and then uh, kind of toys with this machine, and then hits a button, and then kind of walks away from it. As you're all looking at the TV, you can basically what you see is a first person view of what just happened, but on the TV.
Wait, from whose perspective?
Uh, so initially it started out as Lila's, but as it's going, Radio keeps pressing buttons on the remote, and it swaps between the different views.
Oh god, is she using one of those like big shitty universal remotes?
Um, like a 1970s version of it.
Hell yes!
So yeah, because this is a very kind of like basically with this, she is able to kind of maneuver like views through this.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, what she has is a recording of what you just did. But the thing you notice about this play, like this thing, is whenever someone is looking at one of you, um, it looks like it is just a random like like it. You just see a person like dressed in black, um, like it's some like a the person is like all up in like you just see kind of a black figure that's kind of nondescript.
All
Man,
right,
this is the
we're free
worst
of,
version of Gmod I've ever seen.
all right, we're free from being incriminated.
Um,
Incriminated in what?
Exactly.
We didn't do crimes!
um, so
Can't
and then
arrest me for dream crime!
um, so then as you kind of like take a look at that, um, you kind of get to the point where Nelos found the original Orion documents and kind of pauses it, and basically Theron just kind of looks at it as like, with the clarity of this, we can actually kind of see we can see what actually is on these documents. It's actually kind of fascinating, but I know that this really isn't, um, this is not going to hold, like, you can't hold someone accountable for this, but
Time for vigilanteism.
if you, like, yeah, this is, this is fascinating. Um, so yeah, with that, basically, as you're watching it more, you like, especially like when it gets to the end and you find the list, and it's like, I wonder if that list is actually, um, but then, and then once that's done, Theron just kind of checks it off. Is like, I think Thea would be very happy about getting this. Um, thank you all for doing. And then basically he kind of stands up and looks at like all of you, and basically is like, thank you all for taking care of this. And he basically reaches into his wallet, and he essentially writes 3 checks for, I believe
Money.
it was 150 credits each.
Nice.
And then she's like, or then he's like, okay, you did we did it. This is
Just
about
get
as
them for tax evasion.
well. I'm gonna send this over to my friend over, and then basically I'm gonna send this over to Thea, and I'm gonna see what she can kind of parse from this. I don't think she's not gonna be able to ding anyone for this, but
That's why you
maybe
get
this.
them on tax evasion.
Well, I guess we'll see. Um, so then I guess we're good. Thank you. Um, if if we might need your help in the future, we will ask.
Happy to help.
Yeah,
Um,
money's money.
so yeah, I guess with that, do you all just kind of leave?
Nell just takes her check and walks out the door. No words.
Just Iravia just goes like, so about that sylph thing. Sure you can't hear them?
No, no one but you can hear them.
Not you! I know you can't. It's because you're not cool enough.
Also, when you come across um, you the thing is that actually when you actually watch it, you actually do hear the sylphs.
Fucking told you.
Because we're hearing it from your perspective.
You just need to clean out your ears.
If we go to someone else's perspective during the scene, we won't be able to hear it.
Unlike you, my hygiene is immaculate.
Um, so uh, basically, with that, um, I guess that you all just kind of leave and kind of go on your merry way.
No. Nelos goes to work.
Except,
Does that in an hour.
yeah.
Iravia just goes to get trashed.
So about 2 weeks pass, and you essentially all get called in to the library again, or you get a request to kind of come to the library again. Um, and basically, um, you actually you don't get called to the library; you get called to Theron's office again, and basically, um, with the on the pretense of a potential another lucrative offer. So I take it you all meet up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you all go meet up in his office. So Theron is just sitting there behind his desk. But or but you see kind of seated in one of his other desks that or chair that he has to the side is a uh dragon lady about the same, like basically she is very tall. But you can tell that she is very like she looks like she is probably some sort of military, and she is probably around like say 6'2", probably
So around Iravia's height.
yes, probably um same kind of structure like as Aravia, kind of built like a tank, and basically she has, let's say, red hair, kind of blue body similar to how Theron is. They look like they are of the same kind of same type of dragon. And Theron basically says, "Well, um, I just wanted to show you something." And Theron is holding a newspaper and then puts it on the desk. And the story basically, he highlighted a story that is essentially um, a story of an arrest or a series of arrests in Britain that basically has a thing of four different mugshots. Um, that the headline says, uh, "Terrorist plot foiled due to work by Castle Rock Republic forces, or from tip off of Castle Rock Republic forces."
Did he get him for tax evasion?
Uh, no, they got him for trying to basically um, basically it is
Terrorism.
yeah, basically I'm just trying to think kind of transfer or like what's the term for smuggling of illegal goods. And basically uh you kind of, as you all kind of glance through the story, it is basically um the uh basically that the Orion group was found in uh a basically in that notebook, the kind of the same location that was listed in that notebook. And you kind of see the mugshots. And it is the four people that you found in that um in the layer. Um there is basically like, does this look familiar to you?
I beat them up in a dream.
Yeah, that's them, all right.
Yeah. And thanks to you helping us out, they were able to be found. And even better yet, um, it turns out that they at the what's even good about this also is that he kind of taps on a little bit further down the article. They found those two kobolds you also came across, and they're now safe and sound. Um, so
Their names are still dumb.
um, there just kind of gives you a kind of a stare.
Look,
It's like
Rock is a dumb name.
he just kind of shrugs it off. Um, and then it's like, I think we have something here. And basically, uh, I wanted to do basically, I called you all here because for two reasons. One, I'd like to meet my friend over here. And she kind of points to the dragon lady that's sitting to the side. This is Thea, Thea Lang. She is the head of kind of security around the region that you were kind of in. She wanted to meet the people that helped her out with this in person. Uh,
You're
and she
welcome. Mhm.
and she kind of holds up. It's like, don't worry, this isn't gonna. I'm not gonna try and out any of you. I just wanted to see who did this in the flesh. Which one of you is the chairperson?
Yo,
Nice.
just just Iravia goes in for a fucking handshake right then and there.
Yeah, and then thing is like, yeah, I like you. I like your stuff. That was very entertaining.
Same. I like my stuff too.
Also, good job on the frying of all the computers.
Thumbs up.
Yeah. And don't worry, you got some pretty good shots in as well. Um kind of pointing at Nelos.
Oh, Nose is just staring a hole through her.
Okay. So,
Also, Iravia just looks at her without a hint of irony. So, can you hear Sylphs talk?
um some people can.
But can you? Am I the? No, everyone else is the weird one.
I've never ran into them personally, so I can't tell.
They're lovely people. Really like the royal we though.
Yeah, they have an interesting structure. Um Try not to bother them when they're, in the wild.
No, no,
So,
they seem like lovely people to me.
yeah, I'm sure they are. Um So with that, Thea basically says, well, thanks for indulging me in this, Theron. I had to go thank you personally for this. You saved us a lot of headaches over here. If this little thing of yours gets off the ground, hit me up again. We actually could use some help. Or it was basically, we kind of if we come across a case of might use your help, might be repeat business. But we'll see. Hopefully this thing takes off the ground. And basically she leaves. And then basically with that, she heads out, and then Theron kind of goes to all of you. He's like, with this, I feel like we might have something, but kind of the understanding the scope of this is kind of at the beginning, or like we barely know what we can do. But it does sound like this is going to be something that could be very helpful for a lot of people. Thank you for listening to Hazeltown Story. If you would like to get updates on this show and many other shows hosted by me, LoloDePuzlo, you can follow at Hazeltown Story on Twitter. And if you would like to get to know me more from a personal standpoint, you can follow my personal Twitter at LoloDePuzlo. If you would like to watch this be recorded live, you can go to twitch.tv/LoloDePuzlo and follow the channel for notifications of when this show, as well as other shows like Retro Rank Rhapsody, are being recorded. If you would like to add this podcast to your podcatcher of choice, you can search for WLDP Hazeltown Radio and find us on most major podcatching search engines. Or you can manually add rss.hazeltown.life to your podcatcher. Thank you for listening, and I hope you come around for the next episode.